Welcome to Shameless. Here we explore the transformative power of courage and action.
Thank you for joining us today. If you've enjoyed our conversations and you want to have more insightful discussions and hear from other incredible guests, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us to grow and continue bringing this amazing content. Thanks for joining in and enjoy today's episode of Shameless Podcast. And so now that we're talking about some of these things, right, what would you say could be some of the key or most common misconceptions or mistakes that people end up doing when they start managing their finances, and how could we maybe avoid them?
I think, and I'm going to relate to, I don't know, I told you about earlier about a book that actually a podcast that I'm listening to currently. It's called the art of spending money. So
spending money.
The art of spending money. Yeah.
And there's an art to spending money. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
I mean, I thought spending money was just like...
It's an art.
Okay,
an art.
Go ahead. Tell me more.
Morgan Housel. But Morgan Housel is the author of The Psychology of Money.
I love that book.
So he did it's amazing. So he did a podcast, and it's funny that you're asking if there is actually an art. And he also went to say there's actually a science of spending money. So the reason why we make mistakes about money is because we don't realize that we actually have to have a relationship with money and understand money and talk to the money. Like be friend with your money. So say, oh, today you are here. Are we using you? Are we taking you to the investment? Are we doing what? 1, 2, 3. So one of the things that he said, which is and you asked this question in your introductory line, which I almost answered and I wasn't supposed to. You asked about how money influences background and culture, or how's the spending money. But he says something like, sometimes our background, if you had a gap, there's a word he used. He didn't say gap, but it's almost the same. If you had a gap of money when you grew up, so say you are not necessarily from a well-off family. I'll just put it like that. When you grow up, you have actually made it in life. You find the need to fill that gap of not having money when you grew up. And how you then fill that gap is maybe you buy the expensive car, you get the bigger house, you go to the holidays, and you do all that, not even stealing anyone's money, but you do that to fill a void from how you grew up. This is different from somebody who grew up in money, understanding money, seeing parents doing businesses, even doing financial management. They understand what money is, even if they grow up to whatever age, the same age as this other person who has to be spending money just to fill that gap. And I'm not saying that is wrong or right, but you just notice the differences in how these two people, because of their backgrounds, are using the money, right? It also, so that's background, right? So that other person is trying to fill a gap or some void that they had growing up. So you need to then show society that, you know what, I grew up without money, but now this is me. It's you are filling a gap. Somehow that makes you happy, right? And it's not like you are going to go broke or anything. And I think that's what we need to understand. That person is not like broke, but the way they're spending money, which is the art of spending money, is just different. And I think it also talks to how you and I, when we get just a bit of income, spend it. Some of us would take it to investing. Some of us would take it to, if maybe we are breadwinners or we have dependents, we take it there. Some of us take it to funds. Some of us take it just for entertainment. It depends. So that's why sometimes people say it really doesn't matter how much you earn, but only how you spend your money is the one that matters. And people get angry when they see that the person who earns less is actually richer because they have property, they have all these things, and they earn more, they don't have anything. It really comes down to that. So the misconception is, number one, it doesn't matter how you grew up. You don't have to fill any void. When you literally, because like there's a podcast that you guys did, no one cares. Literally, like even if you're splashing, I'm worried about my own problems right now. You don't have to feel gap of 25 years of age. Who remembers how you grew up, right? Exactly. Like who remembers? We are all here now. We are all trying to do what we want. And number two, it also doesn't matter how much you earn, right? But how much where your money goes. And also, I know maybe we don't believe it, but we need to start believing this. Who we spend time with, they might not tell you how to use your money, but I am telling you, you'll find yourself taking out 1,000 from your pocket because you need to all buy something that is fancy, whatever. But it's because of also our crowd. So there's that crowd that will not force you to naturally remove money, or there's that crowd that will say, you know what, you need to spend money 1, 2, 3, maybe towards your masters, towards buying a house, towards buying shares. But there's this one that will naturally tell you, without even telling you. They will tell you without telling you. You will see yourself spending money in a way that you hadn't even planned for. So those are, so it matters who you spend time with in how you spend your money.
This podcast is brought to you by Transformation Leader. You can follow us at www.t4leader.com.